Hey fellow vault dwellers, it's Angry Turtle and today we're talking about the player ghouls, the glowy ghouls that you can become, but no story spoilers. I will not talk about the story at all, you just know that you become the ghoul through the story questline, and here I will be talking about mechanisms that are involved, how it actually works in-game when you become the ghoul, when the March update drops, and as well the biggest problem that console players may face. I'm not console player myself, but I was playing on consoles, so I know how it is, so that's why I want to address it. But let's go step by step, as otherwise it will not make sense. Let's start from how the ghoul even works. So first, when you become the ghoul, you will notice that you no longer have a food or water bar. Instead, on the right bottom side of the screen, you see the feral bar. And at this moment, I am a feral ghoul. And yeah, that's a bug when it's not displaying what's supposed to be here. Let me try to fix that. Okay, I managed to fix it, so now you can see, as a feral ghoul, I have a penalty to my action points, penalty to my hit points, and penalty to my endurance, which results in even less hit points. But as a plus side, I do 200% melee damage, so that's about equivalent of the best food for carnivore melee characters for free. And to answer your question that is probably coming, can you still use food? Bonuses? Yes, you can. As you can see, I'm still a carnivore. I still can use a food, so company tea is running in here. Soft shell meat is giving me action points, so yes, you can still benefit from food. It's not like you cannot, there's just no food bar or health bar. And huge penalty, gun accuracy. And it's actually huge. It's not only the hip fire accuracy, it's all accuracy, including in VATS, forced 0% hit chance in VATS. That can be kind of overcome, but equipping max out concentrated fire to slowly accumulate some hit chance, but you are starting from 0. And now the most important, before we cover how it changes and how you cure the feral state, as that's the state if you do nothing, you go feral, but you don't really truly go feral, as you may tell, just penalties and benefits of playing a feral ghoul. You can still do everything. How bad is the accuracy penalty? I can show you based on the Gatling plasma. So that's how it's firing. As you can see, it's basically randomly across the screen. You don't really aim much with Gatling plasma with this penalty. Now the most important part. So the health bar, as you can see, it's double green. There's like 2 health bars. And when we talk about that, we'll cover the big problem that console players have. First, how does it work? For help with that, we ask some super mutants, and I'll be talking, and you will be looking how it works. So, as a ghoul, you have 2 health bars. One is the same as normal health bar, and second one it's so-called glow health bar, which is your second health bar. Works the same as a health bar with some additional changes. Okay, not the same, but it's the same value as the health bar and the same defense. So now you can see I'm on the same health bar as a human, no more glowing. I can use stimpaks to heal that, but I cannot use stimpaks to heal above my first health bar. As you can see, how many stimpaks I spam doesn't matter. It doesn't go above 100%. And as a ghoul, you really need to be above 100%. That's the gun accuracy. It's terrible, so as a ghoul, I'm a melee. And that's one touch and kills anything. Now, how do I get the glow bar back? So for that, the best way is consumables like Toxic Goo. The secondary way will be like a Gamma Gun. I can shoot Gamma Gun up close. And as you can see, I'm charging my glow bar. Or I can just consume Toxic Goo. As I'm a PC player, I can just spam quick button. And that's how easy it is for me to become glowing again. And that's the problem with consoles. In consoles, you cannot assign the Toxic Goo. And with this next update, consumables that are giving you rats, which is glow in case of ghouls, are extremely important. So I want to say it now. Ask Bethesda to do something to allow you on consoles to either have a second hot button, or remap a stim pack to something else you want. So stim pack can be default, and if you choose to manually assign something else, your quick heal button could use something else. As unfortunately, at this stage of glow, if I try to press stim pack, it doesn't do anything. It cannot top up my glow. It cannot. The reason I would use stim pack as a glowing ghoul is only to cure my limbs, as unfortunately your limbs can still get broken, and you cannot cure your limbs with a glow. So you will need a stim pack if your hand breaks or your legs break, something like that, or even your head breaks, then you will need a stim pack. Unfortunately, you will still need a stim pack. But outside of that, you do use only radiation sources to top up your second bar. And there is a lot of ghoul-specific perk cards, as well as human-specific perk cards that we'll talk about towards the end of this video. I will show you all of those. There are mechanics involving the glow, so it's very important to have your glow high. Now, how much glow do I have? That depends on my health. So if my total health is 332, my total glow bar is exactly the same, 332, just a second bar. So if I increase by consumable way or any other way amount of hit points I have, so like a hot dog, I have 400 now, it means that my glow bar is bigger as well, so I can accumulate more glow. Toxic goo and other glow sources doesn't work like a stim pack, so bigger your bar is, the more toxic goo you'll fit into it, so you'll need to pop more toxic goo. As well, more filled your bar is, the less efficient the toxic goo will be. At the very end, the last 20%, as you may notice, I'm popping a toxic goo now, and it's moving less and less. So there is a penalty when you try to fully max out your glow bar. At the very end, the efficiency drops, but you can easily get 80% of your glow bar filled up at any point. Now, very common question, as there is no food or water bar, can Overeater still be used? And for that, I do have a power armor. And this one has Overeater's pieces, so let me enter it. And additional question, yes, you can use power armor as a ghoul. You will get additional radiation resistance, what is bad for you. But at the same time, the only thing that affects consumables, it's a rad resist on your stat bar, not rad resist reduction when you enter power armor. And let's wait for this bug to clear out. Actually, a game restart was required to clear this bug, unfortunately. Now, Overeater's effect. Even though I do not have any food or thirst bar, I'm always at 6% bonus with Overeater's pieces, so they always max out because the ghoul is never hungry or thirsty. So it's always 6% bonus. Then what's not listed here about the ghoul comes with a movement speed penalty. That's one of important things. You sprint a little bit slower, and additional penalties for being over-encumbered. So if you carry too much stuff, you will move even slower and drain a lot of action points. So there are penalties to being a ghoul. Now, how do you heal, let's say, the feral state? If you don't want to be feral anymore and you want to have a nice benefits of being a healthy ghoul, what you do for that is any chem consumption, as you can see, fits your feral bar. So feral, depend of chem, the values are drastically different, so some chems will really go well and heal your feral state quickly. So if I pop just one cycle and go back under effects, I am at losing its state, so no longer feral, no benefits at all, just as slight penalties. If I go higher by popping more, I'm in odd state at 30%, slight penalty to endurance, max action points. I can pop more, still odd at 45, popping more at 60%, I'm back to normal. I have bonus to my hit points, which is very good, like ghoul benefits greatly from higher health bar, as that is basically giving you more glow space. And from 80% above, I'm wonderful ghoul, with bonuses to my hit points, endurance, and strength. So very good. It's a solid bonus. And I did get addicted to Psycho. I don't know if that's intended. Maybe it is. I was sure I shouldn't be addicted, as when I turned into a ghoul, my addiction was cured, and now I have addiction back. So I'm not sure about this one, to be honest. If this is a bug that I can get addicted to chems as a ghoul, or is that like a new approach and you can get addicted? I don't know. Should it be like that? Should you be able to get addicted to chems as a ghoul? Let me know. Now you may wonder what's gonna happen if you enter highly radioactive areas without power armor as a ghoul. The answer is you will just charge your glow bar. So that's some radiation, but we can get more. So Emmet Mountain, the highest radiation area in Fallout 76. If I enter it, look how quickly my glow is refilling. So I have full glow. I can stay here forever, and I'm absolutely immortal. With this point, 600 rats, for me, it's 600 healing. So in very highly radioactive areas, as a ghoul, you are basically immortal. That's immortality state. Now let's cover the special ghoul abilities that mostly come from the rework perks that now include human perks and ghoul perks. First, legendary perks. So action diet, unfortunately not very good, because even though it's legendary, on kills you heal health. But as a ghoul, you're always supposed to be above 100% health, so that's irrelevant. It will not top up your glow bar, and then it reduces your how feral you are. If you don't want to consume any chems to manage your feral state, then that may be considered, but that's quite of a little benefit for taking a legendary perk. The second legendary perk, reduce how much glow your special ghoul abilities will use. And there is some problem with this glow usage. I will show you that in a moment too. At this moment, it's not worth to take any that expand glow, or almost any. As glow is your health. So expanding glow is basically doing damage to self. And now let me go over all the perks, what perks you can use that are new for ghouls and what you cannot. So very cool one, Arms of Steel, improves your accuracy, reduces the recoil if you are a ghoul, works in or outside of power armor. Then there is Bone Shatter, not very good, that just chance to cripple with melee attacks that you already can do by default, just slightly better, not something you will use. The Brick Wall, and the first one that used the wording of when your glow is high. What they mean by that, it's when you have at least 180 hit points in your glow bar. It's a fixed amount, not percentage based. So you need to have a lot of health, so your glow bar is large and you always above 180 hit points, above 100% of your hit points, so in the glow bar. Then you will be immune to staggering attacks. When you drop below that, you can get staggered again. Next, there is Radioactive Strength. More damage with power attacks and bashing, and that eats your glow. Currently, it doesn't eat your glow when you attack with Shredder minigun or automatic melee weapons, when still giving you this huge bonus to damage. I don't know if that's gonna stay like that, but it's very, very cool. When you need to expand your glow, it's not worth it. Next, we're moving under Perception, and under Strength you can use all perks. There is no human specific. Breathe it in, straightforward, less rat resist, less rat resist for ghouls is better. Then Eye of the Hunter, this is a long range VATS accuracy, very nice one. Glowing Hunter, this is like counterintuitive, it's dropping glowing blood packs, and that is healing your feral meter like any other chems, so I don't know why would you use it. If you are a melee build, you don't want to use it, you want to keep your feral, so 0% on the meter, and this one will fill up the meters. I don't really like it. I don't know what's the purpose. Rat River. This sounds really cool. Unfortunately, it's such a little amount of glow. It's approximately 1/20 of a toxic goo. So we will need to attack 20 times or more with melee weapon to have the equivalent of singular toxic goo. And doesn't work with automatic melee weapons, which could actually attack fast enough to benefit from that. Therefore, not very useful, unfortunately. No human-specific perks under perception. Endurance. Here we have a lot of human-specific and ghoul-specific perks. Chems are 75% more effective at reducing how feral you are, so you can like eat one or two and you're no longer feral. Do you need it? I don't think so. Chems are everywhere in Fallout. Then human-specific. That's the first one. Chem resistance. You gain complete immunity to chem addiction. I think it's locked out because you shouldn't be able to get addictions as a ghoul. I can for some reasons. I don't know why is that. Then dromedary for obvious reasons, as you don't have thirst bar and so on. Ghoulish because you are already ghoul. Then there is glowing gut, very important for ghouls. Irradiated food, including toxic goo, grants you 300% more rats. That what makes toxic goo really good for you. Then hydrofix is locked out. Iron stomach, unfortunately for some reason, locked out. So you cannot use endurance scaling perks. They basically all lock out, including lead belly. So this stuff is locked out. You cannot use any of those good perks. They are locked out for humans. Why is that? I don't know. Rat resistance for obvious reasons. You don't want any rat resistance. Radiation power. Expand a small amount of glow per hit to do bonus damage to targets. Unfortunately, if you use an automatic weapon, it will eat all your glow, basically doing more damage to self than to your enemies if you use any glow expanding per card, which is very bad. Radical, you cannot use rejuvenated, you cannot use the same with slow metabolizer as you are not metabolizing anything. Then there is a thick skin. It helps you a little bit with ballistic attacks. Seems to be effect similar to a Hellcat power armor. Is it awesome? It's not, but it can be useful. It can be useful. Something that humans do not have and ghouls can have. A little bit more resistant against attacks. There's Quencha, cannot be used, and Vaccinated cannot be used as you cannot get diseases as a ghoul. You are immune to diseases. Under Charisma, we have new perk, which is called Feral Presence. It's like improved suppressor card for 5 seconds. Can be situationally helpful. With the changes to Tenderizer, it doesn't look like it will interfere with the Tenderizer. So currently working, which is a good news. Glowing one, that's what makes you glow. And in the same time, you give glow to other ghouls that are close to you. Unfortunately, the radius is really small. Only approximately 2 foundations for the glowing one. Happy Camper is locked out as you don't need it. Overly Generous is locked out, but you have new perk, Moral Support. When you are on a team, you go feral slower. On any team, doesn't need to be with other ghouls. There are perks with other ghouls, but this does not need to be. United Ordeal, you need to have a ghoul teammate, and that's like single piece of unyielding armor, plus free to all special. You cannot use unyielding as a ghoul, as there is no way to lock your health. You have 2 health bars, and you would need to be in 1 health bar, bottom 20%. Not really doable for unyielding. So you have United Ordeal to compensate for that. And then we go to science. There is Bomb Scientist. How does it work? You, again, consume glow to make your grenades do 50% more damage. You need to have glow for it to work. And then each target that will get hit with a grenade will consume your glow. If you hit multiple targets, it will consume your entire glow bar per single grenade toss. Now, I think you understand why I'm saying every perk that consumes glow is a bad perk and you don't want to use it in current state of the ghoul. So that's probably a second problem with the ghoul characters outside of the first problem that consoles cannot use toxic goo on the hot button. So that's in here. Unfortunate truth. A lot of perks you may see are reworked as well, but I will cover that in a separate video. That's Mad Scientist. Super cool if not the fact it consumes your glow. Therefore not useful. Everything that consumes your glow is not useful. Radaway lockout because you don't want to use Radaway. If you wonder what Radaway does when you are a ghoul, it just eats your glow, so it does damage to you. Basically, Radaway harms you. A Rat Specialist that helps you reduce the armor radiation resistance. Very helpful for ghouls. Monster. Science Monster. This is a good one. You just need to have glow. And then 50% bonus damage for 10 seconds when you get hit. So it's a tank ghoul. Very good perk. This one is very good. Very powerful perk. Now we go to agility. There is Action Ghoul. This is basically Action Boy. The copy of the card does exactly the same thing and stack with Action Boy. So if you want Action Boy and Action Ghoul, you can have them. There is no conflict. You can have both. Then the next new perk card is Guntrix. And this is quite good because that 30% faster reload with all weapons. Not weapon specific. It's for all weapons faster reload. Hyper Reflexes, not so useful because unfortunately, as you know, evasive effect has such a large cooldown that it doesn't justify spending points upon points to improve your evasion chance if it's gonna only happen occasionally. There are better perks than that. Jaguar Speed, you can use it. It will stack with Speed Demon because as a ghoul you have penalty to your movement speed. You can undo the penalty by equipping Jaguar Speed or the perk under Charisma that do not have any glow requirements. Either one. You can add additional speed and you will be as fast as humans are. This will put you on the cap together with Speed Demon. And then we go to luck perks. Under luck we have Battle Jeans. That is kind of useless. As I said again, the problem is you don't ever want to be below the glow bar. So it doesn't work when you are on the glow bar. It only works on regular health bar, and you don't want to reach it as a ghoul. Your point is to manage your radiation to always have the glow bar active, and most of your special abilities relies on that. Therefore, you don't want to drop below the glow bar. You want to have Toxic Goo on hand, therefore this perk card is redundant. Then 40 spots, very powerful for ghouls. Weak point damage is increased by 15%. Very useful. Just shooting the weak spot is giving you more damage. Then additional perk cards for criticals. Do you need to stack it? There is so much good perks, I don't think you will use it. Most likely you will run out of space under luck to equip this card, as it's only 50%. And regular better criticals to achieve 50%, you just need rank 1. Therefore, better criticals is overall better card. This is a worse better criticals card. You only use it if you max out your better criticals and you still have room. I don't think that's gonna happen. You will not have room under your luck when you equip better criticals max out already. So you're not gonna use it. Mr. Meat you cannot use, as you are a ghoul. You are no longer using a human mechanics. So you cannot use that. Wild West Hands. 36% chance to instantly reload entire clip when empty, and this one stack with quick hands, so you can have over 50% chance that you will not stop firing when your magazine will go empty. It will just instantly refill, which is quite cool. I tested that. It's very, very fun. If it triggers many times in a row, you can keep firing and firing and firing. And I promise you to show you why those perks that are using glow are bad in practice. So I equip just one. 20% bonus damage, expanding small amount of glow. My glow is full. I'm holding energy weapon. So I will be using that. I will shoot this super mutant and super mutant doggo. And look what's happening with my glow bar. I'm basically eating my own health. Do you see how my glow bar is dropping? I'm eating my own health by doing a little bit more damage. So they shooting me, they doing damage to me, and then I'm doing even more damage to myself than those enemies are doing. I will be using this weapon for a little bit and my glow is gone. In case of super tanky enemies firing constantly, in about 10 seconds I will consume my entire glow bar and then I need to spam Toxic Goo again to get it back up. So that's why this is a huge problem. You are basically expanding your own health to do a little bit more damage with those perks, which is really not what you want to do. As your perks, a lot of perks, good ones, like total crowd control immunity, relies on you having high glow, which is at least 180 hit points on the glow bar. So I cannot get staggered, but only as long as my glow bar is up. So in here you will see they will not be able to stagger me, and I can just maintain my position. I will not get any staggers as long as my glow bar is up. So regardless how they attack, they will not be able to stagger me. There is nothing they can do to stagger me. with their weapons. If they try to bash me, try to bash me. I'm very close to you. You need to bash me. You don't want to. Okay, now add some glow with the toxic goo. You see the doggo is biting me. Normally doggo will stagger. It doesn't. I'm being attacked. I can just walk here. Oh, that wasn't stagger. What happened in this moment is that my leg was crippled, so I need to use Stimpack and then keep my glow up. So to fully be immune to any crowd control, you do need to wear power armor, as otherwise you can get crippled, and that's similar to a stagger. The good news is I can easily use power armor as a ghoul. There is no downside to using power armor. Even the new power armor works pretty fine. I add the glow. As you can see with toxic goo, it's not a problem to add the glow, as percentage reduction to radiation from power armor, the one listed here, radiation damage, incoming radiation damage reduction, does not apply to consumables, only to area of effect radiation, environmental one, and Romeo gun. So if I would use gamma now, the gamma is really inefficient. I'm not giving myself any glow with a gamma gun. That's unfortunately not working, but as you may see, I'm not getting staggered at all. An occasional pop of toxic goo, and I'm absolutely fine, and toxic goo is unlimited. The doggo cannot stagger me. The big enemies, the endgame bosses, cannot stagger you either. So absolutely uninterrupted attack is possible as long as you maintain a glow bar above 180. And one more example, as auto axe with electrified counts as energy weapon. I still have this energy weapon perk equipped. Look how fast I will eat my own glow by attacking them. Look how much glow it consumed from me. This is crazy amount of glow being consumed by me attacking with auto axe. I'm doing so much damage to myself. If you can constantly keep triggering your toxic goo, you could use that, but other than that, yeah, it's a no. It's definitely not worth it. Now, can you avoid power landing with a brick wall? Did you ever wonder? So let's see. I'm jumping in here. I'm flying high. With this power armor, will there be a power landing? The brick wall is equipped, and there is still a power landing, yes. The power landing is not classified as a stagger, so it will not prevent you from getting a power landing. And now there is about 30 minutes since I fully healed my feral ghoul meta. So as you can see, it's about 20% drop over 30 minutes, so you will need to pop one chem every 30 minutes to keep it top up at all times without using any perks to help with that. So that's a natural progression. It's not very fast. I think it's very manageable to keep it up. Therefore, I would not recommend using like legendary perks to stop that from happening. Just occasional pop of a chem, and that will be probably everything. Now, what do you think about the Ghoul update? Do you like it? Do you have still any questions? Please let me know. And that being said, thank you a lot for watching, and see you all in the next one.